Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I am Ashley, and in today's video we're going to be talking about 2019 and how 2019 has gone so far. Because we are now in August, so we're halfway through 2019, and so I'm just going to chat about how my 2019 has gone. There have been some ups, some downs, and let's just see how 2019 has gone for me. Side note, my dogs are in the room, so you're gonna hear like little pitter patters, or I don't want to say fighting because they're not really fighting, they're playing, but it'll sound like fighting, but I promise they're okay. They're just playing with each other. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Okay. Real quick, side note before we get any farther in, I have all my stuff written down so that way I make sure I say everything that I need to, because I tried filming this once before and your girl lives half of this out, so just had to make sure I put everything in there. So to start us off, I'm just gonna go pros and cons all throughout January to July, because we just started August. I'm not gonna add some about August because I know it's coming up in the first 2 weeks of August. We'll see when we get there. Okay. All right, so to start us off in January, so just kidding, I'm gonna take it back to December 31st because I can talk. So anyway, you know how you always make those, oh, 28, you know, the next year's gonna be so great, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, these are my goals for the new year. Well, let's say I did that. I made a list of about 10 goals. Not gonna say them because in these next 6 months they could still, you know, happen. Maybe not, probably not, because some of them were like for the whole year and I don't do that. So anyway, I had made a list about 10 and I've done maybe 2. So that's how 2019's gone for me. Anyway, so in January, or to be specific, January 24th, I changed my name. So I'm not gonna go into crazy detail because the other name, basically I had 2 last names and I just got rid of my first one because to me personally, I feel like that name wasn't ever a part of me. I've never used that name. I had to for like school reasons because it was legally my name, but like outside of that, all my teachers knew me as the second last name Mullen, and so, you know, to me it just felt like I didn't need that last name. It was not me because I've never used it since I was young. Every teacher's ever known me as Mullen. Like, I promoted with that name, I graduated with that name now. So basically, when I turned 18, which was in December, the 20th of December, I decided that I was going to change my name. And so then when January came around, I was like, okay, well now that it's 2019, you know, let me actually change it so that way it'll be on my graduation, my diploma as Mullen and not both last names, because I didn't feel like the second last name, or in this case the first last name, was a part of me, and that, you know, I had a strong connection to it. I just didn't feel like I needed it, you know. I just didn't feel like it just was not part of me, and so I just got rid of it. So I dumped it. So that was my first pro in 2019. I got my name changed. I was really excited about that. I had to go to court for it, which is fine. I mean, like, for some reason it kind of scared me when I got there, but I don't know why I was scared because the judge was literally so funny. He was so funny. I had a great time. I'd do it again. Like, it's so weird, but like, I'd do it again because the judge was just so funny. He kept it fun, interesting, and he kept it short, so it was good. It was a good time. So then, I'm just gonna do a quick flash forward because it's like from January to May. So in the middle of January, I started getting really sick. And here, because it's winter, it's cold, you know, we're like, oh, it's just like a flu, you know, she just has a cold, a cough, or something, you know. I've had that from January to May. And it started out where it'd be where it would be every 2 weeks, and then towards May, then it started changing into every week I had either a sore throat or I had a cough or I just wasn't feeling well, which was really bad because not only did I have graduation coming up, but like I also work with kids, so I'm not trying to like get these kids sick either, you know. So we went to the doctor. You want to know what it was?
My allergies.
my allergies were causing me to have a sore throat every 2 weeks or at the end every week. My allergies. Okay, I did not think my allergies were that bad because I can manage them. Like, I have nose spray and pills that I have to take for them, which is okay because I can manage them. But not at that point. It was bad. Great. So that was the first con of 2019. Starting off in January. Look at that. Right off. Okay. So then in February, we had, this is another, in the beginning of it, it was a pro, and then towards the end it became a con. Because we had, if you guys remember, the Weekend Festival. I did videos like the Weekend don't even know my own YouTube title names, but it was my YouTube video where it was in February. We were playing volleyball for the whole weekend. It was the weekend we had the Monday off. Blank in a space right now, could not tell you the days. But we were playing volleyball, and so the first 2 days I was doing fine. Went home, got the pain in the side. I went on my spring break trip with my friend. That was also another YouTube video. I don't know how I forgot that, but I just remembered that. Oh my gosh, I'm so sick. I don't have my life together. Can you tell? Like, I really don't have my life together. But anyway, yeah, in March, I had my spring break trip with my friend, and that was really fun. Then, March 21st. Okay. I rolled my ankle at volleyball practice. Here again, this was a story time. Okay, so now that we've been through that, let's talk about April. I know what month I'm in. I promise I know what month I'm in. Let's talk about April. So in April, my school had prom. And because I was a senior, this was my last prom to attend as a high school student. And so obviously I wanted to. Problem here, right? Your girl's on crutches. And I wasn't really down to take my crutches with me to prom because I could barely walk on them at school. So I was not. I really did not want to take. Plus, I would have had to drive myself, and that was just a whole bunch of mess, and I did not want to take the crutches. So at home, I started working myself super hard from after the first week that I got hurt to prom. So I worked myself really hard, which was bad. Don't ever do that. Let your foot rest. I'm saying this because I worked myself harder, and it made my ankle, not my foot, it made my ankle hurt more. It made my ankle hurt more, and it was bad. And my ankle is still swollen till this day. And it's been five months now. Almost 5 months. The 21st of this month, it'll be 5 months. So it's been almost 5 months, and my ankle's still swollen. But it's not as bad as it was when it happened. I will admit that. So then, prom. I showed up without crutches. Okay, and then after prom, then I wasn't on crutches anymore, which I was very thankful for. My doctor recommended that I use one crutch so that way I wouldn't be completely on my ankle all the time. But like, your girl doesn't listen to her doctor. So you think I did that? Nope. Oh my goodness, I just got in my eye. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna. I said okay to the doctor, but I didn't do it. Like, let's be honest, I did not do it. Because I was like, well, if I'm walking, I don't want to go back to school. Because this was the weekend after prom. Oopsies. I didn't want to be that girl that like ditched her crutches for prom and then it's back on Monday, you know? I didn't want to do that. So I was just like, at home, I'll take it easy, but at school, I need to walk. You know? I need to, so that way I don't not a bad person, you know? Anyway, fast forward to May. So in May, I graduated. Specifically, the 24th of May, I graduated from school, so now I'm a... Because this is totally not creepy at all. Sorry, I just got a notification. I am a high school graduate now, as of the 24th of May, so it's been 2 months since I graduated. And let me tell you, it feels like I was supposed to go back to school. Like when my sister went back to school, because we went to the same school, but she goes there now. She's a junior, obviously. Last video, you know. Anyway, and so I felt for the whole summer, I felt that I just have to go back to school. Like it became so normal to me to go back to school, like in the end of July, like when my sister went back, that it just feels like I'm still supposed to go back to school. She's been in school for almost a total of 7 days now, and I feel like I'm supposed to be back in school with her, because it's still like processing in me that like you're not going back to high school, but then because I did it for 4 years, it just feels like out of habit I'm supposed to go back, which I know might sound weird, but like I've talked to a few other of my friends and they're like, yeah, it feels like I'm supposed to go back too, and it just feels really weird, and I'm like, same, because it does. Let me tell you, it feels weird. Like no lie, I'm not lying, I enjoyed it, but you know, it just, I don't know, there's just something about it that just makes me feel like I'm supposed to go back, but I don't. Not yet, at least. Anyway, that was so gross. Gosh, I should never do that again. And so then in June, I know what month I'm in. No, I don't. In June, I got sick again. And I was like, okay, well, here again, I'm working with kids. Let me go to the doctors and see what it is. Because I look back and my lymph nodes were swollen. I think they still are. I don't think they ever really went down. But this side's worse than this side. And so we went to the doctor and they're like, no, you have an ear infection. And I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, you have a middle ear infection. I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, on your right side you have an ear. I'm like, my right side? Because I had some pain in my left, so I was like, if I have an ear infection in any of my ears, it's got to be my left. Even now I still have like some pain in my ears, so I was like, it's got to be my left. But they're like, no, it's your right. And I'm like, okay, all right, whatever. So then they gave me antibiotics, and I was on those for 7 days, and that was just a whirlwind of fun, because apparently there was some like liquid from my ear infection that was just like draining down, and so that was creating my swollen lymph nodes. I love that for myself. So then in July I got the second stem, and okay, so funny story about this. I went with one of my coworkers and we both got these same earrings. And oh my god, there's something in my eye. My grandmother was the only one who knew I was getting it done. So I didn't tell my sister, I didn't tell my grandfather, I didn't tell my father, but my grandmother I knew because I stay home with her every day. So I was like, hey, can I go with my friend to go get these done? And she was, yeah, sure, if you want. And I was like, okay, cool. So I did. And when I got back, she asked me she wanted to see him, so obviously I showed her. And then I wore my hair up all weekend just because it was new and my, you know, my thing had happened. And so I wore my hair up, and I was waiting for my sister to say something, because normally, like, if you see this and you saw just a whole year, like, wouldn't you say, like, personally, if someone else didn't have it, like, I'd say something. But my sister didn't, my grandfather didn't, and neither did my father, which I thought was so weird. But now that we're in August, my sister goes, or at the end of July, she goes, when did you get those done? And I was like, a few weeks ago. Why? She goes, you never told me anything. And I was like, sorry? I was like, I thought you would have noticed. I had my hair up in a bun the whole weekend, so I don't know how any of them did not notice. And then on the 3rd, Saturday the 3rd, my grandfather goes, when did you get those done? And I was like, a while ago. Like, they're all just figuring it out now. My father still hasn't said anything yet, but everyone else has. So I thought it was funny, because I was like, I've had these on for a little while now, you know? It's funny. And then in July, I also finalized my class schedule for college, so I'm all set to go. I'll be going Monday through Wednesday. I have math Mondays and Wednesdays, and then I have my college success class on Tuesday, so I only have 3 days I'll be at school. I only have one class every day of those, and then I have 3 online classes. So this will be fun. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. Well, guys, I just want to say thanks so much for watching. This is how my 2019 has gone so far. And yes, there are ups, yes, there are downs, but it's been an interesting last 6 months, you know? It's just something that's, you know, happens. And so anyway, I just want to say thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you guys would like to see any more videos, any fun challenges, anything you'd like to see, seriously, just comment down below and I'll try and do them. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week.